Hey everyone, in this video let's have a look at another React interview machine coding question in which we were asked to code this simple carousel in React.js. So friends, the default behavior will be that it will auto swipe after every 1.5 second, and we have to provide this two button, next and previous. On next click it will move to next slide, and on previous click it will move to previous slide, something like this. So friends, I hope the functionalities are clear. Now let's quickly code it. And do watch this video till the end, it really means a lot. So friends, inside app.js, we have simply imported this carousel, and inside carousel.js, I have a basic code setup where we have this items array that has the property of this carousel, like array of object having property as id, image URL and title. Over here, we have a simple HTML structure where we have image, heading and previous and next button. Cool. And currently I am showing the first element. Cool. So in the interview, either you can have this basic code setup, or the interviewer can ask you to code the entire carousel from scratch. So it's better that you learn the entire carousel from scratch. Now let's quickly code it. So first, what will be my approach? I'm going to have one state for this entire carousel that will maintain the current active slide. Okay. And on next and previous click, I will be incrementing it by 1 and decrementing it by 1. Let's see how. So over here, I have successfully created my state. Now I'm going to over here place this active item, because we are going to use this as a state for our component. Cool. It doesn't break our code. Okay, so now the next step will be to code the handle next button click. So over here we have simply written a small function that is handle next button click, that simply uses the second form of state to update the state. Okay, we are simply incrementing it by 1. Now we can simply call it over here. Now let's see it in action. So it's working. Okay, so over here okay, so our code breaks over here. Cannot read properties of undefined. Okay, so what happened is, like, we have 1 2 3, but on next button click it went to like fourth item. Basically the counter went to 4, but we only have 3 items. So that's why it throw this error that unable to read properties of undefined. So to handle this case, what we can have is, if active item becomes equal to the last item, something like this. So what we can do is, we can simply set it to 0. And friends, we have to give a else condition also, or else both will run at the same time, something like this. Now let's quickly check if it works or not. Cool. So after item 3 it moves to item 1. Now similarly what we can do is, we can make use of similar function and code the handle previous button click. Handle previous button click. So let's call it for previous button. Cool. And inside this, what we are going to do is, we are going to set the active item and we are going to decrement it by 1. Okay. And over here, okay, so first let's see what happens if we don't give the base condition. So we are going to, okay, so it broke over here only because we are currently at item number 1, and when we decrement it, there is no item after the first element basically. So that's why it breaks. So how we can handle this? If active item is equal to the first item basically, like 0, so we can simply set it to items dot length -1, something like this. So if we try to click on this, it goes to the last item. So when we click on next, it goes to the next item. On clicking previous, it moves to the previous item, and it is not breaking. So friends, we have achieved the two functionalities that were next button click and previous button click. Now let's achieve that auto swipe functionality. So for that, our approach will be, we are going to use the use effect, and inside use effect, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to have one set timeout, and inside this set timeout, what we can do is, inside this set timeout, we can simply use this particular code. Okay, not this particular code, we can simply use handle next button click, something like this. Cool. And we can provide it like, I'm giving 1500 millisecond over here. Let's provide it this. And what I'm going to do is, over here as the dependency array, I'm going to pass the active item, and I'm also going to provide it one cleanup function, basically a callback over here return, and inside this we are going to clear this timeout, the timer, something like this. Let's see if it is working or not. 1 2 3 1 2 3, and it again goes to 1. Cool. So yeah friends, I hope the functionality is clear. Let's quickly go through it once more. So this is the data for our component. As we can see, we have items array, and over here we have the state active item, and we are setting it using set active item. Initially it's set to 0. Then we have a simple HTML over here, as we can see, image tag h1 and next and previous button click, and on next button click we are simply incrementing the active item by 1, and we are also handling this edge case, and on this previous button click we are simply decrementing it by 1 and handling this base case. So, and this is the use effect, in which we are simply providing it a functionality of auto swipe by 1.5 second. So friends, I hope you have learned something new in this video. If yes, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.